Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Moody is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Santos in at the 3. And for Oklahoma City, two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's Butler. Green with a screen on Holmgren. Right side, Green. 6 to shoot. And it's hammered home by Green.
A big part of his game offensively. Green fantastic at the pick-and-roll game.
To the middle. Butler with a steal. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Curry's shot is off. Here's Oklahoma City now. Pass to SGA. Williams looking around. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Hartenstein. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Moody. And here's Curry. 17 points in his last outing. Now here's Butler. The 3-ball. Hartenstein pulls it in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I asked him about keys to the game, and he said all roads lead to Steph Curry, in particular, his movement off ball. Coach said even when you try to switch, he finds little pockets of space, then he uses that quick trigger to beat closeouts. It's never an easy matchup. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Butler. Really helps his team on offense, recording 20 points a game. Green with a screen on SGA. Pass to Green. Fires from deep. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Their last meeting was in this building. They were able to come out on top.
The last time they faced this team, they were very aggressive, found numerous ways to get themselves to the line, and so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Now here's Curry. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Holmgren. Williams, a screen on Butler. The 3 from Holmgren. That one no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in '47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in '75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Curry. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
And so Curry nails both of them. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news, but let's be honest. He is one of one. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
Defenses used to be able to live with Shea taking that shot, but that's not the case anymore.
Pass to Santos. Now Moody. Outside Curry. Hartenstein pulls it in.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And here's SGA outside. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Santos. Holmgren with the block.
Yeah, premier shot blocker. Holmgren maybe slight of frame, but he's never running from the fray.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Last game out, we saw him score 42. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. And it's Butler with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. Outside Curry. Back to Butler. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Richard, tough as nails. Jimmy Butler always takes the fight head on.
And lifts his team when it matters most. And look, he's not for everybody, but look, if it's about winning, he's exactly who you want on your side.
One shot.
Wallace, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Well, we're in the closing weeks of the regular season. There's no rest for teams competing for positioning.
Yeah, this is the time where if you have a couple of nights of bad effort, you might drop 2 or 3 positions. It's not the playoffs yet, but it's critical this part of the season.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. There's the triple. Nails it from 3. Curry's got 8.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Let's use this break to have a look at the best defensive teams this season, according to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Second, the Thunder.
Where this team really makes an impact is on the defensive end. They're a unified front that doesn't make it easy at all to find open looks.
Holmgren with it. He had 10 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. Here's Wallace. No good with the triple. The Warriors lead by 4. Outside, Green. Pass to Santos. Curry surveys. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Releases. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Golden State has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Williams. Dort outside. Inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one good.
Gilgeous-Alexander is just that good, finishing the play through the foul.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Here's Santos. 9 points for him in his last game. Green with a screen on Williams. Butler. Wallace pulls it in.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Dort. And that one's good.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Outside Moody. And here's Butler outside. Drains the triple. Butler's got 6.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Back to SGA. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Golden State has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Curry passes to Green. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Williams grabs the board.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Off target with the 3. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. Outside Moody. Pass to Green. Now Curry. Jacks up a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Outside, Williams. Back to SGA. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Chet Holmgren. Joe comes in for Dort. And Mitchell subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Warriors leading. Pass to Horford. Back to Podziemski. Now here's Horford. Lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. Williams against Horford. Outside, Williams. Here's Wallace. Drops in the 3. And the Thunder lead by 2. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Pass to Porzingis. The 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Horford against Williams. Now here's Joe. Melton covers. 4 on the clock. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Screen by Horford. To the paint. Porzingis in the post. Williams defending. And down it goes. 2 points.
Nice shot, Porzingis with the length and the touch.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Williams. Williams, a screen on Horford. Off the mark there with a 3.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Back to Porzingis. Over Mitchell. And that one's good. Porzingis. And it's now just a 1-point Thunder lead. Mitchell, the pass to Wallace. Williams, a screen on Payton. Pass to Williams. Puts up a 3. Horford pulls it in. And for the Warriors, they're shooting about 40% in the early stages of this game. Now Porzingis puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by Porzingis. Williams against Porzingis. Outside for Mitchell. 4-3. Knocks down the long J.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Melton outside. Porzingis in the post, working on Williams. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Oh, the sturdiness from Kristaps. Takes the foul and still gets the bucket.
We know how impactful Kristaps Porzingis can be, but he's often limited by injuries.
Yeah, B.A. Since 2018, Porzingis has only reached the 60-game mark once. But when he's out there, oh, he is the X factor.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Butler's checked in for the Warriors.
And when healthy, Porzingis is a highly impactful player. He is a 7-foot wing that really spaces the floor.
Now here's Joe. No points so far. From deep, Mitchell. Horford pulls it in. Pass to Melton. Horford outside. And here's Porzingis. Banked it in off the glass. Porzingis has got 9 points. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
Holmgren, the pass to Mitchell. Beyond the arc. The shot off that time. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Especially on the road, you want to come in aggressive. Let everyone in this arena know that you are here to play.
They've got Holmgren, Mitchell out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Williams, and it's Wallace in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Now here's Podziemski. 23 points for him last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Outside Butler. Melton on the wing. Shoots. The Thunder pull it in. Williams passes to Wallace. Here's the 3. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 9. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half.
Now here's Porzingis. 11 points for him last game against Phoenix.
You can't sleep on Porzingis, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
Yeah, all the way up there at 7-2. I mean, it must be pretty easy for Porzingis to see the floor.
Now here's Mitchell. He picked up 15 in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix. Offline with a 3. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back to you guys.
A great organization. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Now here's Wallace. He's got 9. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Thunder trail by 5. Joe, the pass to Wallace. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. To stop the run. The Thunder with another miss.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, It looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Porzingis creates so much space when he's out there. It allows him to make passes just like that.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Williams comes in for Williams, and it's Wiggins in for Wallace. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Outside Mitchell. Holmgren outside. Off target from three-point range. Here's Golden State. 9 points in a row. A good run going. Melton up top. Back to Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Podziemski. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Thunder trail by 7. Pass to Mitchell. Holmgren outside. Back to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Count it. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
We've seen Porzingis be this dominant before. For him, it's all about keeping that confidence.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. You look at Kristaps Porzingis. What a contribution.
Okay, I'm going to take you guys inside the huddle, all right? The message from coach is simple. Stop him.
So for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Williams, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And Golden State also making a switch. Curry, he's checked in for Melton. Warriors on D. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Outside, Williams to stop the drought. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. Butler's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Podziemski. Three-pointer. The rebound by Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Count it. That's 12 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You're always a threat to blow up. That's what SGA's done tonight.
Butler passes to Curry. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Santos comes in for Payton. Now here's Curry. Here's Santos. Yet to see a basket. Fires the 3. Curry's shot is off. Outside, SGA. No one near him. Santos pulls it in.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
Outside, Green. Butler against Williams. Ooh, good work on the interior from Butler.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left for him?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time, but what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Now look, when Porzingis has it there's not much you can do defensively.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Over the course of the last month, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. In third, the Warriors.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Wiggins. The Warriors also with a sub. Moody's checked in. Pass to Santos. Now here's Butler. There's the triple. Sends it home from three-point land. Butler's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Now Williams. Holmgren outside. And here's Wallace. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Outside Moody. Pass to Santos. Outside Butler. The three is up. Can't get it to fall. That miss makes him 5 for 9. Thunder trail by 15. Here's Holmgren. Down low. Holmgren drops it in.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
Outside Curry from deep three-point land. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 6 assists in the game. Oklahoma City shooting about 41%. Now here's Williams. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Holmgren, the pass to Wallace. Lets it fly. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Curry. He's closely guarded. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
Here's what Oklahoma City's going with right now. Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. And that one falls for Curry.
Think about the impact that Steph has had on this game. Him and his team have changed the way the game is played. They have ushered in the three-point era.
Now here's Dort. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Wiggins finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on Curry. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Chet Holmgren.
We're just not seeing the same tenacity from him on the defensive end lately. He hasn't been blocking as many shots over the last few months, and I think it's made him a little less intimidating under the hoop.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. The Warriors lead by 19. Outside, Green. Back to Curry from outside the arc. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Here's Santos. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Outside Moody, pass to Green. Porzingis sets a screen. And the Warriors with another three.
Must have been too good to pass up because Green is kind of picky from the arc.
SGA passes to Hartenstein. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Here's Wiggins. On the wing, SGA. He's covered by Curry. Here's SGA. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Curry. Launches it from deep. That misses. He's 7 for 14 on the night. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first half of basketball. On target from range. Williams has got 5 points.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Outside Curry. And there's the screen. Pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Green against Williams. Outside, SGA. Caruso outside. From the arc. They get the rebound. Three-pointer. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Lets the three fly. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
And the shot goes in. He's got 16.
It doesn't matter what the defense does inside. Gilgeous-Alexander was determined to get through.
The three from Curry. That shot missing. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. Send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Golden State Warriors.
Good things happen when you take care of the rock.
Yeah, they're certainly not giving away possessions. That's helped put them in the driver's seat.
Hey, you guys are putting me to sleep.
Likewise. And now, here's a glance at the games already completed. Toronto came away with the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Over their last 5 games, they've gone 3-2.
Lots of amazing plays in that one. We'll be seeing them over and over and over on that loop.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
And so in the game for the Warriors. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Moses Moody out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Santos in at small forward. It's stolen by Green. Here's Moody. Here's Santos. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Curry from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hardenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dort for 3. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 20. Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with techs and fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line. And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
And SGA gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18 points in the game.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Butler, pass to Green. Outside Moody, shot clock at 6. Lets it go. Curry's shot is off. Thunder trail by 20. Dort outside. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Pass to Holmgren. Now here's SGA. He's covered by Curry. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. SGA's got 4 points in the quarter. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Big Gilgeous-Alexander does it all. He said, once I made an emphasis to try to affect the game on both ends of the floor, I have found myself having success. So for me, it's just a want to. Coach Mark Daigneault said, he wants to win, and if you want to win, you have to do the invisible things. Brian, back to you.
A two-way talent. All right, Allie, thank you. And here are the Warriors now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. And here's Butler outside. Dort grabs the miss.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Dort. Back to Holmgren. Outside, SGA. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry to win the drought. And the Warriors miss again.
Coming out of half, they're 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
Here's Holmgren. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Holmgren's got 8.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Outside Moody. There's a screen. Back to Curry. Launches it. Oh, Curry doing what he does best.
Prolific from deep in the first half. He's trying to continue that.
Holmgren outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Pass to Green. Outside Butler. Curry against SGA. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 now. Williams on the wing. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Holmgren. Now Moody. No points so far. Curry finds Green. Oh, Green flexing on him with the strong finish.
Good luck against Green inside. Even when you throw contact at him, he just fights twice as hard.
Dort outside. Let's go with a 3. Goes back up. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
The Warriors lead by 10. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
Coach really needs to get his guys fired up and attacking the glass. They're not putting up much of a fight, and it's led to way too many second-chance shots.
The 2K leaderboard highlights the top scorers since the All-Star break. Second is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You have to appreciate scorers who turn it on down the stretch. He's given them points in crucial games.
Here's Santos. Williams defending. Curry, a screen on Williams. Pass to Curry from downtown. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Hartenstein a screen. Dort for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And here's Moody. Close in. Moses Moody.
The all-around game of Butler. He's all about sharing the rock and getting his guys involved.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. That's 29 for him. The lead now cut to single digits. Holmgren's got 7 now in this quarter.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Back to Curry. Fires for 3. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Butler's got 8 assists in the game.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Now here's Dort. And it's Holmgren fighting through the contact.
He had a forgettable start to this game, but he's really starting to come alive now.
On the wing, Green. Outside Curry. The 3 ball. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
It's Dort on the wing. Pass to Holmgren. Over Butler. Holmgren with the tough bucket.
Shooting a great clip in the second half. He made some nice adjustments in the locker room.
Here's Santos. Back to Curry. The 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 9 rebounds now. Williams passes to SGA. Pass to Williams. Hartenstein a screen. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Santos. Outside Butler. From behind the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. SGA passes to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
They're being put to the test, and he's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
Green with a screen on Holmgren. Here's Butler. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 11. Holmgren deciding where to go with it. Williams from long range. The rebound by Moody.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
Outside Curry. There's the three. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Curry's got 40 points.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Outside, SGA. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside Curry. Fires the three. No good there. Thunder trail by 12. Here's Holmgren. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Oklahoma City shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wallace comes in for Williams. Joe's checked in for Dort. And Mitchell's subbed in for SGA. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Al Horford comes in for Jimmy Butler. Payton's checked in for Santos. And it's Melton in for Moody.
Yeah, many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
Melton outside. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Curry. In traffic, Curry puts it in.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Curry against Mitchell. Holmgren outside. Here's Holmgren on the attack. The three is up. And that one's good. Mitchell for three. Mitchell's got 6 points.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Curry. And he hits the jumper. 44 points for Stephen Curry.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Wallace, the pass to Mitchell. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors lead by 10. Melton outside. Outside Curry. Takes the three. Curry splashing one down from three.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Holmgren. Launches a three. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Holmgren's got 17 now, just in the second half. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. For three. It's not going to go for him.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Holmgren. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Melton finds Curry. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. And here's Curry. And again for three.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Now it's a four-way tie between himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Damian Lillard.
Holmgren. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Still a tremendous player. Al Horford using that experience.
Takes a three. Connects again from distance.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. He added to his astounding total of three-pointers in this quarter. He may never have another night like this. Back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Isaiah Joe. Holmgren is out there with Cason Wallace. Then there's Mitchell, and it's Williams in at center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Here's Butler, and he makes it on the layup.
Yeah, an assertive move there by Butler, shaking off his defender and finding the bucket.
Mitchell, the pass to Holmgren. Wallace up top. Outside Mitchell. Takes the three. He buries it from 3.
They're having a good half offensively, shooting over 50% from the field now, trying to close the gap.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Butler. Butler! He's too much close to the rim.
Putting his body to work in the paint. Butler using his athletic skills to get it done.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Joe. Holmgren against Horford. Holmgren outside. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Williams misses.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Williams grabs the board.
And the defense did just enough to bother that dunk attempt.
Wallace outside. Outside for Mitchell. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Butler. Butler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
You got to really hit Butler if you want to stop him. I mean, he's tough as nails and enjoys fighting through contact.
So for Oklahoma City, Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams, and Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Melton.
And at this point of his career, Butler wants to win. And boy, does he ramp up his performance in the playoffs, especially in recent years.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wallace. Shot's good. SGA making the play. SGA's got 5 assists in the game.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. The drive by Butler. Yep, that one goes. Butler's got 9 points now in the second half.
A big night for Butler. We've seen him as the guy on a finals team, and Jimmy can definitely carry your offense.
Poke loose. Here's Joe. Ooh, what a play. Just palms the block. And here's Porzingis. Pass to Butler.
Fearless play from Butler. Defenses should know he's going to try and draw a foul while shooting.
Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
That's good from Butler. and so he hits both. Thunder trail by 17. Left side, SGA. SGA working through contact inside.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Wiggins against Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Aaron Wiggins.
Playing with passion. Butler is never scared of a challenge, a wing who battles inside.
That's good from Butler.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He's put in the work and worn down the defense. Now they're getting a little sloppy, and it's allowed them to get to the line more this half.
Now here's SGA, defended by Podziemski. From outside, off the mark. The Warriors lead by 17. Outside Payton. Butler against Holmgren from the high post. SGA pulls it in. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for OKC. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Pulls it. Misses the jumper. The Warriors have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. From a mid-major school to a first-round pick, Wisconsin native Brandon Podziemski has had quite the rise, RJ.
Yeah, finishes top 5 in Rookie of the Year voting in 2024. Pods gives you a little bit of everything on the floor. Great rebounder for his size also.
And he makes a first. Wiggins, he's checked in for Wallace. The Warriors also with a sub. Santos is checked in. Butler hits them both. SGA with it. Outside Joe. Porzingis against Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Joe fires from deep. The Warriors pull it in. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 tonight. Now here's Curry for 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. That one's good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
Outside Curry. Pass to Santos.
Kick it out, kick it out.
Back to Curry. 3-pointer. Good! Another from 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
The most triples ever in a game. History being made.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mitchell comes in for Joe. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Podziemski. And here are the Thunder now. Now here's Mitchell. Holmgren inside. Butler covering. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
As bad as he was in the first half, that's how good he's been since.
Lou Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
One shot.
Honestly, the only thing that slowed Holmgren down at times is injuries. Otherwise, he's been pretty much unstoppable.
SGA against Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. To the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander double team.
Who's got ball?
Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Over Curry. SGA using that size.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all three levels.
Here's Santos. Williams defending. Here's Santos. Pass to Butler. Launches a three. And the Warriors with another three.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Outside for Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range. The rebound by Moody.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
Butler against Holmgren. Left side, Butler. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Holmgren. Now Williams. The three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Moody's got 4 rebounds in the game. Butler up top. Hartenstein against Green. And here's Curry from deep. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Williams from long range. Warriors with the rebound.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Green finds Butler. Here's Moody. And here is Green. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. And again for 3. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Thunder trail by 21. Now here's Holmgren. To the paint. The kick out to Williams. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Yeah, he saw them make one at the other end, so Williams decided to dish it right back.
Curry passes to Green. Now Butler. Now Green. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Thunder trail by 18. Outside Holmgren. Now Hartenstein. And stolen by Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And I like seeing Green go up for that flush, showing how powerful he can be.
Down it goes.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Here's Green. Here's Santos. Now Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, he can't hit it. The Thunder shooting a nice 50% for the game. Curry against SGA. Now Holmgren. Spins. Tries from 10. Williams outside. Lets loose for 3. Outside Dort. Shoots a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
Here's Green. Butler up top. Well, a multi-sport survey showed that among respondents, the average age of referees in the U.S. was almost 57. Is that a concern, you think?
Well, we've seen that in the NBA. Older officials retiring and becoming teachers, and the younger generation coming in, still cutting their teeth. Ultimately, they've got to continue to learn and build, and that takes time.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution. Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Warriors.
Hey, if you get yourself to the line and cash in on those opportunities, you paint your opponent into a corner.
Yeah, they were so successful with that all night. Aggressive, fearless, whatever you want to call it, they really pushed the action and got rewarded.
And give them credit for what'll be their 38th win of the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Stephen Curry.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Butler hits them both. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Dort. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Williams. And Mitchell subbed in for Dort. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the 3. Holmgren there for the rebound. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Now SGA. Mitchell fires. The 3 is in.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
And here's Podziemski. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Jimmy, congrats on the win. What did it take to get it done tonight?
A lot of heart. My teammates fought hard throughout the whole game, and everybody had a tough matchup and manned up. And, hey, we did what we were supposed to do.
Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, time for our player of the game, Stephen Curry.